That's a good way to finish up your denim ensemble there. Looking good, dear. I think I'm gonna come over here tomorrow and get some of this cleaned up. I don't think anyone's ever back here, but they will be when they start painting this. But get some of this riffraff cleaned out of here. And then stamped concrete is the next big project. And then we'll keep this row of trees. Well, a new day is upon us. It is Sunday fun day here in Thailand. And I'm gonna scoot over. I can pull out of here without hitting one of these cars. Ease on over to the house and put a trim on the grass over there. Because like I said in that previous video, it's getting a little overgrown. Getting pretty high on that backside towards the wall. So go over there and trim all the weeds down. And then the edges of that sod, because the grass is actually growing pretty decently on the edges. But shame all that sod's gonna come out because, and I don't know if it'll get reused or not, probably not at this stage, right? I don't know. But we're gonna go stamped concrete all the way around the house. Lady out here picking eggplant or something off somebody's trees. I feel like there's this communal understanding of people in the Mubon here can, you know, pick leaves and vegetables and whatever off of the things that are out growing along the street outside of other people's fences. I don't know if that's like I'm sure some of these people have like agreements, but there are also other instances where there are people that I have never seen interact in real life, and I'll be out on my early morning walk like this morning. Well, I didn't walk super early this morning, but walk and jog nonetheless. But you'll see ladies out here just strolling around and just at will, just picking whatever. Mango, eggplant, you know, whatever else is growing in the neighborhood, limes. But anyway, we've got a little battery powered weed eater, and I just wrapped a trash bag around the end of it, and it's got like a what would you, oh man, these cars just gonna haul ass up in here. Traffic circles are always and this is a blind one too when you come in the neighborhood. But anyway, we've got a little battery powered weed eater that I picked up quite a while back. I think I got it at What to Do or Do Home. I think What to Do. But you can collapse it. It's got like a little fastener where you loosen it up and then you can collapse it. So I've got it collapsed down right now, and I just wrapped a trash bag around the end of it so I don't get all the loose grass and trash out on the back of the car here. And I don't know, I think one day maybe I'll have a more work-ish kind of vehicle. And that way I won't be worried about it getting dirty, but I don't know. I feel like this car is pretty nice and I don't want to get it super filthy on the inside. I'm gonna gun it and get across the highway here. Alright, ease over here and get some grass cut and talk to you in a bit. I don't think I made any video yesterday. Well, I did make a very brief video, but that was right after we had left my mom-in-law's place, and one of the family friends was over there helping do some renovations and stuff. A lot of the connections in the bathrooms had been just leaking for years because that water over there isn't very good. And everybody's on well water, right? Like there's no city water outside of the, you know, the city of Nakhon Ratchasima or Korat, but all the fittings were just corroded and had been leaking for years. So he, our friend his dad was over there, and he was, the man's got to be 70, I'm gonna say 72-ish. I might be overestimating that, apologies if so, but that man was over there toiling in the heat. No AC on in that house, at least upstairs, and he had the ceiling opened up and he was fixing all kinds of pipes and connections and swapping out hoses to the toilets and the sinks, and man, doing concrete work. I'm telling you, doing it all like a young handyman. I was like, Paul, I don't know how you're doing it in this heat. And it was like middle of the day too. But when I was making that video in the house yesterday, we had just come from over there, and so we're gonna go back over there later today. And he's, I think, fixing the other upstairs bathroom today. And I've said for years that place just needs some full renovation, like some just scorched earth. But I don't think they want to do that. They're gonna fix it up and get it good enough, I think, to sell, and try to sell it for about 3 million baht. I don't think that's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. Because it was just neglected and abandoned for years and years and years. It's like they bought it and then they never moved in. They just, Tick's mom and dad lived over on the camp and never actually factually moved in over there. So yeah, I don't know. But that's where we would stay for years and years when we would come to visit. That would be our house, and I would wake up and jog around the village over there, and there was food not far away, and of course Grab and all that wasn't around back then. And now it is. Now you just get up and just dial in an order to Grab. Somebody's calling me. I don't know if that's affecting the video quality at all, but somebody's calling me right now, and I have no idea who it is. I'm gonna ignore it. But yeah, anyway, about to pop into the house over here and trim up the weeds, and maybe I'll pop in for a quick video or two, since the house is completely empty today. There's no workers over there, and we won't have any of the family over here today either. So, and this is our house, like not mom-in-law's house. So I'm about to pop in over here and clean the yard up a bit. Even though you could say it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because no one lives there yet, but I don't like to be that booger in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? You sit down on the toilet and you got a booger smeared on the wall, and it's like, man, maybe that's a Marine Corps-ism. Maybe boogers on the wall aren't common outside of the Marine Corps, I don't know. See you in a bit. Back in the house today, and it is a lot quieter over here. Not a soul in here. I've just been out here trimming the grass. I think we already looked at most of this. It's coming together pretty good. One thing that I was thinking about on the way over here was after watching some of the renovations over at Ma's house yesterday, there weren't any valves put on the lines that they put going to the toilet. So what I'm thinking is, and I know it's just one more point of something else to break, but why not have a valve somewhere? Maybe there is one. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. But maybe a valve somewhere in here where the water comes into the house. That way, if you got to change a sink or do something like that, or do some troubleshooting on the washer, you don't have to turn off water to the whole house. What a concept, right? But nothing's locked up, of course. It was absolutely filthy back here, so I've done a little bit of a cleanup. These dudes are just nasty. Like all this can go away. Why is it here? All this has just been sitting, and it's like solidified concrete. A million cigarette butts. Got all this cleaned up. I've probably got a lung infection after blowing through all this pigeon shit back here. Just trash everywhere. I think I'll come back and do a once over and pick some of this up. Maybe I'll move this too. It's like, why is it here? What is it doing? No one got all this cleaned up and chopped down. Came back here with the blower and blew most of it back. Tried to get it all into a corner. Just, snack wrappers, food packages. Just stuff all over the place. I don't know why. Like at the end of the day, I don't know why you wouldn't do a cleanup. That's not money. That's some sort of just a little piece of metal scrap. But this car park was so green from all the dust that you could barely see any of the lines, so I just blew it off too. Which makes me wonder, like, the company hired all these young kids to come in and sit here yesterday. I don't know what they were doing. I feel like they were doing the finer touches, like some little wipe up detail kind of stuff. But it looks about the same in here. Windows are probably not locked because it's only going like halfway down. Oh, amazing. Let's rectify that. So when you do like that, now it's a locked window. Oh man, what a concept. I'm gonna get it all the way on there. Oh, goodness gracious. We got a Mississippi public school education, but you know, I could figure it out. You can tell just how much of that dust comes off of all the wood when they're cutting it. And if I didn't say before, that's because it's treated, termite proofed and all that good stuff. This window in here, I don't know if, well, I guess that other light over there ain't working either. Not a huge problem. This light, this window up in here, I could not get it to close the other day. So if they got a ladder, I'm gonna step up there and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. But all in all, it's looking good. This had a bunch of smudges and stuff in it. And it looks all cleaned out. Plus they've put in that, I don't think I noticed that before, the whole rounded top there. But I was showing my dad this video and he was like, yeah, I kind of like those rounded edges they put on everything. And I kind of had mixed feelings about it looking at the plans and the drawings. I was like, man, I don't know, is that gonna look too space age? But I don't think it looks too bad in here too. So not really too many sharp corners. Well, down here, but everything stays kind of rounded, just like right here. Looking good. Looking good. Should be plenty of storage. These windows are always left open, I think, so they can get some ventilation up here, but not just. Yeah, I had to get on my tippy toes to reach that one. But bedroom's looking pretty good. This door is also not closed, so they just slide willy-nilly. I'm not a fan of this door because if you see that light up there, it doesn't seal. So I think I'm gonna have to get some kind of little rubber gasket or something to go up there. This side does it too. But oh, that's the headboard light back here. Nice. So this is the porch. Yep. Those outside lights. Nice. Again, the next little bit they're gonna have to do up here is scooting that electric over. You can still see the wiring up in there. But then it's like the wiring goes to what? To nothing because it's covered. So why wouldn't you either build this on the other side of the outlet or go ahead and extend the outlet so it wasn't an afterthought? Instead, you got bumpkins like me in here like, hey, you built this nice desk, where's the power? This is looking sweet. I love how clean that is. So that LAN pops out right there and we'll have our second router right there for a mesh network. And then they left this cable like cable TV, which is fine. This TV will be on Wi-Fi because the guy was like, do you want to network every room? And I was like, you're going to be wallering away at some concrete. I'd rather not. But if we could have fished them with this existing coax cable, maybe that's either something for later, or I can do a MoCA, which is that multimedia over coaxial alliance? Not alliance, what does the A stand for? I don't know. But basically, anywhere else in the house where we had a router in close proximity to one of these, you can hook up a MoCA adapter, which basically takes a network cable and then converts that signal into one that can be relayed over the coax, and then you put another one on the opposite end of this, and bickety bam, plug it into your device via the network cable, and you've got pretty good speeds, and perhaps better than you would have over the Wi-Fi. But I think Wi-Fi wise will be covered pretty good up here. And again, all these doors are off just because I think they're doing the little detail work on them. We popped in here yesterday looking at all the Korean newspapers. Or should I say South Korean newspapers. Does North Korea have newspapers? I don't know. It's a good question. Don't know what would be in them. The world sucks, and we got nukes. Anyway, is that a Kim Jong-un cartoon? No, it's not. I thought it might be. It's not. This window's open in here. That window looks closed up. His bathrooms are filthy, and that's understandable. They'll do a good cleanup. But what I can show you is yesterday when we were over at Ma's house. Oh, we got a roach right there. Sweet. When we were over at Ma's house, the fitting just goes, the hose just goes from the wall to the toilet with no kind of valve in between. So, I mean, I'm not paying for the repairs over there, so I'm not going to inject myself into that situation. No need to, right? Just bring more pain on myself. But if I were doing it on my dollar or my bot, I would have a valve there. So if I need to do some toilet work, I ain't got to kill the water to the whole house. But that's a wrap, folks. It is hot, and it's also pushing 12 o'clock, and I think we're supposed to be heading over to Ma's house at about noon. So I'm going to do a quick walkabout outside and clean up some trash, and then I guess we'll head over yonder. I got to run home and shower, though. I'm starving like Marvin, too, and I'm sweating. I woke up and worked out, and I just kept on sweating, kept on moving. So I ain't stopped. Kitchen's looking good, though. How about that? Ayo! Maybe that's the thumbnail. I don't know. See you guys in a bit. Bye. Wifey made a little masaman last night. Marinating all night. Ooh wee! Look at them potatoes. Chicken curry. It's gonna be good. Well, back at the house, got a little rinse off. If my fez looks different, it's because I shaved off the growth that was under my chin area. But gonna cool down here for a bit. Maybe catch a little YouTubage for a minute and have a cup of joe, and then we're gonna ease over to Ma's house, and maybe I'll show you around some of the renovations that they had going on over there. It's nothing fancy. They were basically just fixing pipes and stuff like that to make the bathrooms functional, if you will. But yeah, we hit up our good friend Dom, and he works at a bank and helped us sell the house that we're in right now, but he's gonna market that bad boy. And word of mouth had this house sold in about, well, I think like 2 days. It wasn't long, but from the initial outreach to, like, you know, signing the house over and our new friends buying it was it was probably like a week, 2 weeks, but it was quick. So hopefully someone's in the market for a house down there in Korat Village 4, but we'll show you around here in a bit. See ya. Cheers. Had to open the doors. So the air's on. ทำอะไรลง YouTube เหรอ ทำอะไรนะ YouTube เหรอ ใช่ครับ YouTube ใช่ครับทัวร์บันทัวร์เบียร์ลีโอกินอะไรเบียร์ลีโอเอากินอะไรนี่เบียร์เอาอ๋อเบียร์ด้วยเหรอโอ้โหกินข้าวหมูย่างไม่ละแกเด็กไม่ดี เด็กไม่ดี
เมื่อกี้ก็ไม่บอกเมื่อกี้ก็ถามนะหนูไปเต้นได้แบสซื้อ
เด็กดี
เด็กดี
เด็กดีเหรอ
ใช่
Let's see. Renovations. We're up here in the bathroom. Let's go take a gander. I'm gonna guess this house is about 16-ish years old, maybe. Yeah, still a work in progress. I don't think anyone's been over here today. You can tell the pipe is off for the toilet over there, or the hose that would be there. There is a valve on the wall. The other bathroom doesn't have a valve at all. It's just the hose. Yeah. This is one of the bedrooms. Ooh, it is toasty, roasty up here. And then the master. So this is where Tick and I used to stay when we would come. So I'm gonna guess we were married at about the 15-year mark when we bought our house that we're living in right now. But for years and years and years, this is where we would stay. And I like this view out here on this porch. This wasn't always here. Look at that, though. That's a beautiful view. Look at the skies. But there wasn't always a covering out here on the porch. When they added it, that was really sweet, though. You could go out there and chill. And I think there might have been a hammock out there at one point in time. But we're about to eat. Just doing a quick swoop through the house. This toilet got fixed yesterday, but again, there's no valve on the hose that feeds the toilet, so I don't know. It'll make do for now, I guess. And that's an old school kind of window, so I think some birds have gotten up in there over the years and piled up some nesting material. Wardrobe, and I think all this will just stay with the house if it sells. I think 3.5 million baht is the ask. Of course, I don't know how realistic that is. Oh, bye now. They hung air, man. She's a bit dated, but this has always been the Buddha room here. I think our friend's dad is here to get jamming on the bathrooms again, but I'll do an outside walk around after we eat. Coming to the outside here, they added this on a number of years ago with the plan for moving the shop from the base where it's at right now to over here, and they never did. But it's been cleaned up. We came over here not too long after Tick's dad passed and started cleaning up real good with the intent of her mom moving over here. And she never did, so I don't know if she's going to spend more time over here now. She's just been doing her thing working at the shop. But I'm willing to bet all this stuff will go with the house. But certainly up for negotiation. But this is a huge, nice dining area. It's a little warm, but when we were here before, we stayed over here for a few nights cleaning and working on the place. But we put these garage doors up, and you get a nice little breeze across here. And so these were like originally with the house, and it was just like a little porch area. Well, this square, I'm pretty sure that's the original tile. And then all this was just dirt. I think there was a big tree right here, kind of like over there on that side. All that got taken out. They tiled it in. I don't know why they didn't tile it up to where it's all the same level. That would have made too much sense, I think. But the rest of it's on par with the rest of the porch here. This door is from our house. They thought they were going to use it over here, but it doesn't fit on the cutout there. So I think they're just going to get rid of it. And then if you're curious about all the advertisements and the banners, they keep the sunlight out. And Tick's mom had all of these from the shop over on base. So we just strung them up in here. On the one hand, it blocks the sun, but I think it also kind of blocks the breeze from coming through. But, yeah. Yeah, the tile got redone. Nice, huge covered parking space, though. I mean, you could fit, I mean, if you get rid of the clothes rack and everything, you could probably fit 2 cars right here fairly comfortably. Well, yeah, I think so. I think you could probably fit two smaller cars in here anyway, pretty comfortably. Metal roof that goes out. Sister New Hen, this is her kind of apartment. So this is the 4th bedroom and bathroom. So she's got her own self-contained bathroom in there, full shower and everything, I think. I don't think I've ever actually been in there. Refrigerator outside. Pots and pans and a washer. And they're doing some work on the water right now. The fitting right there was busted, so. Elena, dear?
Yeah.
Grab a dab. Got a grab coming in. I think delivering a somtam. There he comes. But very, very quiet neighborhood. I think we might be in for some rain. Last time we were here, we had some guys come in and hack away at this tree. It was overgrown. It was going all up in the power lines there. But and this is the front of the shop that comes out onto the main road. So it's a really convenient spot. So it would be good for a little shop here. Yeah. Oh man, that wiring in Thailand. Always a sight to behold. That's a wrap. And who are these young lovers right here?
อะไร
Me and you?
หรอ
That's, yeah. And one of Tukta
ลูกตาเหรอ
on the left.
ไม่เคยลูกเห็นเอาแบบไหนนี่
พร้อมพร้อม
ถ้าว่ากินอาหารที่จะทำอาหารที่เราถ้าผมทำเจ๊งแน่เลย
แล้วพี่ว่าแกก็ตัดคอต้องกินเดี๋ยวอยู่
Well, we're done. We scored some, all kinds of good stuff. Got some muping or some pork skewers, some sticky rice, a couple of waffles for in the morning, and I think that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'm gonna close it out, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you coming. Cheers.